mynews.studio.
A robot scanning for wildfires in sub-Saharan Africa. Teenagers coding AI tools for rural clinics. Do you think new technology can really solve long-standing problems?
Today's date is July 11th, 2025. Over the last 4 days, Geneva hosted the United Nations AI for Good Global Summit. It's become a meeting point for people who believe artificial intelligence can go beyond chatbots or automation and actually address issues like health and sustainability.
Exactly. This year, thousands attended the summit, everyone from policymakers and technologists to youth leaders and civil society groups. The main question was, is AI really making a difference where it's needed most, especially for communities with the fewest resources?
Let's start with healthcare. The World Health Organization and its partners demonstrated AI diagnostic tools designed for rural and underserved areas. These machine learning systems can analyze medical images, like for tuberculosis, even when there's no doctor around. How big a deal is that for clinics lacking specialists?
It's a significant shift. Early pilots show these tools can improve diagnostic accuracy and speed up triage in remote clinics. For example, a nurse at a rural health post uploads a chest X-ray, and the AI flags possible issues within minutes. That's much faster than waiting days or weeks for a specialist.
But it's not limited to health. The summit also highlighted AI-powered disaster response systems. Youth-led teams showed early warning tools that use satellite images and sensor data to predict floods and wildfires. Are these systems actually being used now?
Yes, in Southeast Asia and parts of Africa, these systems have already helped cut emergency response times. When the AI detects early signs of flooding, local teams get alerts sooner, so resources like food, water, and medical supplies can be sent quickly. In some trials, response times improved by hours, which can be critical.
The summit wasn't just about demoing new tech. There were also workshops led by the WHO and UN partners on AI for health innovation, especially in conflict zones and places with limited resources. They previewed new guidelines for responsible AI use in health. Why are those guidelines so important?
Because every new technology brings new risks. If AI tools aren't used responsibly, they could actually make health disparities worse. The guidelines aim to set standards for things like data privacy, transparency, and ethical oversight. For instance, who controls the data? How do we avoid bias in these systems?
That concern came up again in the panels on AI for climate resilience and sustainable food systems. Using machine learning to improve crop yields or monitor ecosystems is promising, but questions remain. Who owns the data? Are small farmers benefiting, or is it mainly large agribusiness?
Right. The summit made it clear, without proper safeguards, AI could reinforce existing inequalities. That's why there was a lot of focus on ethics and governance. The International Telecommunication Union and partners announced new standards and expanded the global initiative on AI for health, aiming for guidelines everyone can support.
There were sessions just on AI governance and international standards. Policymakers, industry, and civil society discussed how to ensure transparency, accountability, and inclusivity. It's not only about smarter machines. How do you make sure they help everyone, not just a select group?
One result was a pledge to coordinate regulatory approaches across countries. That means agreeing on things like open data sharing and ongoing community involvement. The goal is to avoid a patchwork of rules that could slow progress or leave vulnerable groups out.
So to wrap up, the AI for Good Summit showed both the opportunities and the challenges of scaling AI. The technology is already diagnosing diseases in remote places and predicting disasters. But unless ethics and governance are prioritized, those gains might not reach everyone.
We saw young people presenting ideas, global agencies setting standards, and real-world pilots making an impact. But the main question remains, can AI truly solve the world's hardest problems, and can we make sure it does so in a fair way?
That's our report from Geneva. Thanks for joining us. This episode was brought to you by mynews.studio. Try it out for free.